Welcome to the second episode of my monthly income report. So, without much fluff, let's get straight into it. First of all, an overview of everything. So, if you're looking at what my Bitcoin earnings were this month, I managed to increase my holdings by 0.00375, so around 375,000 Satoshi. I managed to earn 0.09 Ethereum additionally, so really not much, but hey, I managed to lose 34 XRP. We'll get into this detail later on. So a little bit down now if you compare it to July. Again, paid a bit of Gomining token overall. We will go that way later on. I managed to earn one additional soul. And I managed to earn $1,158 roughly. The last 5 entries are new because I am now also adding Coindepo to my income report because it's the first month where I actually have something. And I had a lot of slow or low amounts of some coins sitting in my Coinbase account, and I transferred them to the daily interest account of Coindepo, and that's where we're at now. So we have collected 66,712 paper, 2.1 XLM, 56,000 Shiba, 0.7 Dodge, and 0.289 DAI. So very slow amounts. Well, paper and Shiba of course are big amounts, but the dollar value is very low, but the positions itself are also not that big. So we are talking about between $50 and $100 each. And before we get into the details, it would really help me and my account if you would leave a like if you like the content, as well as if you're not already, please subscribe. So with that out of the way, we start actually with Coindepo, the newest edition. It's basically where you can add your coins and get interest paid on that. I made several videos about them if you want to check that out, so I'm actually not going into more detail than that. So you can just basically see everything. The only addition is that it's also generated me 0.07 USDT. I had a very small amount lying there around because I was playing around with the loans, and then I paid it back. I earned some money on the loan, so it was in general a nice experience. But I think there are other places that are more suited if you want to take a loan. So the interest payment aspect is very great, the loaning aspect not so much. Now moving on to Pionex. If you watched my last episode already, you saw a different structure. I decided to even further reduce the clutter and make it more easy. So I just split it up into what I earned with the bots and what I earned with dual investment. And you can see that I shifted most of my stuff to the bots. This is due to you can use bots with leverage, and so you have your capital is deployed more efficiently, I would say, as well as there are benefits and drawdowns using bots, using dual investment. So, but this is not the video for that kind of topic. So just to show you that basically from my Ethereum position comes completely from bot plus dual investment, mainly from the bot. And compared to last month, where most of my, or let's say 50% of my Bitcoin earnings in total came from Gomining, this month it's completely different. It comes all from Pionex, and it's like 99% coming from the BTC Growth bot that I made videos about. So this bot, I withdraw profits, and this made me 373,000 Satoshi. So 0.037 Bitcoin, which is exactly the amount plus that amount that we earned in total on Bitcoin. I also had a bot that I closed, so everything here is either from closed bots or bots where I withdrew the earnings or I took profit, so not running bots included. So I had $27.56. I closed an XRP bot because you might know the August was not the greatest month. We had a lot of down movement and I wasn't sure how far we go down. And before I go into liquidation risk on the bot, I closed one. And because the month before I earned a lot on XRP on the other bot, so I'm now basically break even, but with a lot better entry on my bot. So I'm currently having a Coindepo XRP bot running. I have earned 1 sol with bots, so I closed a couple and I withdrew profits on a running one. Astounding 6.23 ADA. I also have a Cardano bot still running. And now we're going to dual investment. Dual investment netted me $107, 1,100 Satoshi, a little bit of Ethereum and a very small amount of Solana. During the August, I moved more and more money from my dual investment into bots. The dual investment has a different risk profile than the bots, and both I think are very good. Currently, I'm doing still some dual investment with an open Ethereum position, but most of my, or completely my USDT positions are completely now locked into bots, which might not be the best depending on what the market does. But as I said, you have different risk profiles and different earning profiles, and I'm currently still playing around what is best, trying different bots. And that's why my dual investment amount is compared to last month is slowed down a lot. So I also, the more we're moving into a bear market, so probably end of year, maybe beginning of next year, I will completely stop dual investment for the time being until I can see some bottoms formed. Because I think it's great in a slight down moving neutral or up moving market. So it's basically like options trading on the seller side, where you are happy if it moves down a bit, if it stays even, or it moves up a bit. But if it's moving down sharply, you are not very happy. Gomining. In Gomining, I made a couple of videos where I said I have now going different approaches. So currently I'm trying to min-max, meaning I differentiate what my rewards are looking like depending on the Bitcoin price and the Gomining token price. I am currently not withdrawing any Bitcoin anymore because in my mind, I want to prepare for the bear market, and my approach is, so I want to have more terahash, because I don't know if it's coming, but the logic behind my approach currently is when the bear market comes, miners are moving out of the market, so which will result in a decrease in difficulty from earning or from mining, which on the other hand gives us more Satoshi per terahash. I mean, the Satoshi itself will be worth less because the Bitcoin price is dropping, but this is of no concern to me. I want to increase just my Bitcoin holding in the long run. So I'm currently using the high value of Bitcoin to buy more terahash. So I'm prepared to earn more in the down market. At least that's the theory. We will see how this goes. So I don't know about that, but so that's why we made 206 Gomining token. I need these to pay for the fees so I can get my better discounts. I had to pay 386.58 tokens in fees. As you can see, it's a lot less than the month before. This is also due to the rise of the value of Gomining token. I think it moved up like 12% or something. And of course, then as the electricity fee stays the same in the dollar value, you need to pay less in the Gomining tokens. But also it had an effect on the tokenomics, so I received only 32.3 tokens from my locked amount. I received a lot less bounty. This is basically due to I got less referrals, and they also changed the amount of points you earn when you share an X post. So we are at 19.78. But speaking of existing referrals, one had a huge buy, and that netted me, I think, alone 50 Gomining tokens. So in total, we have 63.7 Gomining tokens from the referrals. So this is the what I get when somebody purchases through my link, as well as I'm ambassador from the electricity fee share I receive, which is absolutely, I think it's like 3 Gomining token I was over the complete month. So until somebody invests really huge, this is not really making much. So I'm not getting even 1 Gomining token from fees. I mean, I get like 0.1, I think, per day, something like that. I stopped liquidity pools. So this was basically the last couple of things I received. When I decided to stop, I moved everything to Pionex from the investment there. This is due to there's currently just too much liquidity in the pools. At least I can't compete anymore with my $3,600, and which is good for Gomining itself. It's a really very good sign, I think, but it's it's not worth it for me anymore. So overall, the amount I got to the amount I had to pay, I am now have less Gomining token than I started, so 47 less. I still have some lying around, and now I need to start to manage, meaning I need to change to the reward settings so that I always have enough Gomining token to pay for the fees to have the actual better discount values, as well, especially for reinvesting the terahash. It is very important that you pay it with Gomining tokens, because the 5% bonus you get is then on the complete reward and not only on the reward after subtracting the fees. So when you just use Bitcoin, you are, I don't know, let's say you have $10 pool reward and you have $5 electricity fee. If you have just Bitcoin enabled and you reinvest in terahash, you have the 10 minus 5, so you have $5 where the 5% is applied to, so it's 25 cents. But if you have the $5 paid in Gomining token, it's not subtracted from the 10, so you have then suddenly you have the 5% applied to the $10, which is in case 50 cents, so it's double. You just get basically double the amount for free, in this very simple example at least. I managed to accrue 4.48 terahash over this month, so I not started directly at the beginning of the month, as well as I can't do every day because I need to also collect Gomining tokens, which is fine. I think I should see the compounding effect sooner or later. So this concludes my Gomining token. The last one I just always added for transparency because I am not currently making any videos about it. But if you're interested, let me know. So this is basically what I do with stocks, and I am doing options trading as well. So if you're interested in what I do, let me know. I will include that in my videos, or I may at least make some beginner videos about it. So this month was very great dividend wise. I don't know why, but MSTY decided to pay dividends twice in August. So the 1st of August and I think the last of August. So it comes both into the August section. But in hindsight, I probably wouldn't invest it in MSTY. Currently having it, I will not sell it sooner or later. But the problem is, the dividend is very, very great. But the ETF itself is losing value faster than I get dividends. So I need to see if this is slowing down, or if the stock itself is recovering. If the stock is recovering, or the ETF in this case, I will definitely reduce my position a bit. So this looks better here than it actually is, because my unrealized loss on MSTY is growing and growing and growing. Yeah, we will see. I mean, MSTR, which is the strategy stock, which is selling covered calls on, is now also going down, which could help the dividend because more volatility makes the premium more juicy. We will see next month. I earned $120.94 on selling covered calls. These were mostly on my GameStop position, as well as some other positions as well. I'm currently trying to get rid of my GameStop position to completely get my account to be completely cash, so I can start a more aggressive wheeling strategy. In the last month, I mentioned already that I probably would have a very red month in August, which is not the case. It's fine, because the SBAT stock recovered enough at this point so I could close my positions. I made some money on some cash secured puts, but I also had one very big that I needed to close in red, or I wanted to close in red. I could have also rolled, but I decided to just close it. which everything summed up makes minus $283 in this case. But I also had an initial S-bet position and I could sell it at 20 something, I think, and I made about $515 there. So it completely offsets the Cashback Code position and it nets me around $1,023. You can see start is different because I also put in another $250 in my stock account, so that's why it's there. And this is at least one where I can very easily calculate the ROI. So, and this one is an ROI of 4.43% on 1 month, which is, I think, is fine. It's very fine. It's great. You need to remember, if you have like something like a 500,000, which I am very far away from, but if you have a $500,000 portfolio and you manage to make 4% a month, this already would be $20,000. I don't know about you, but this would be way too much for me when I need to live. So 1 to 2% would be my goal for if I would reach $500,000. I mean, it's in the end is the target, 500,000 to 1 million, and then get less aggressive, get more safe, and just live off something that's not taking much time a day. I mean, the bots are basically taking no time on Pionex. Options selling and buying is like 5 minutes a month or a week, depending on if you're selling weeklies or monthlies. And so this is then basically going to be passive. Currently it's not, but it's moving there and I just need to collect more money. Yeah, I hope this was interesting. If nothing else, the August itself, at least in the crypto space, wasn't really great. So I think it is okay what happened here. Starting from October, I think I can also add the BTC and Ethereum positions on Coindepo, because currently they are locked in a 3-month interest account. So I get the initial deposit bonus, which was happening at the time when I started. So you needed to have it locked in a 3-month depot, and this will end in October, and then I will switch it to a daily. I mean, the interest will be going down in a daily compared to quarterly, but I would just like my daily income. There will be another video about Coindepo soon, because they finally released the listing date for their new token. They have their own token, which brings benefits. I also participated in a pre-sale, and let's see when it hits the markets where the price is actually going and what benefits you can achieve. All right, see you next time.